Today we're going to be going over a new cologne fragrance. This one is from a kind of an up-and-coming cologne brand. It's not your usual suspect, Lattafa fragrance world. This is Maison Asrar, and this one in particular is Wadi. Okay, so they do have a few releases out and about. Just in a recent video, I covered Legacy briefly, which was a fantastic quality clone of Blue Talisman. Really, really good stuff. Some of these are going to be a little bit more expensive, and by that I mean instead of $30, they might be $40, $45. Okay, so not a huge major jump, but I do think that the quality is reflected in the slightly higher price for these, and I will continue to cover more from the brand as time goes on. But today is all about Wadi, and this one is going to be probably pretty appealing because of what it is cloning. And just to make it simple, and we're going to dive in today, but it is somewhat of a hybrid clone scenario. And it's really going to be very similar to Jean Paul Gaultier Les Beaux Paradise Garden, and also a good amount of Les Beaux Les Parfums as well. And it was an interesting one. Going into it and looking at the notes, I wasn't expecting to get Paradise Garden at all because of the fact that there isn't any mint listed off and green notes. So I wasn't expecting that, but it does kind of lean into Paradise Garden. So we're going to go ahead and dive into this one fully. So when you first spray this one on, get it up in the air or on your skin, you're going to get that Les Beaux sweetness right away. So basically what we're looking at here is that tonka bean, coconut kind of vanillic sweetness that you get basically from the original up through Les Parfums. You get a little bit of that in Paradise Garden as well, but it is most prominent in the first two versions. So it's kind of a gourmand, summery, sweet type of scent, and that's kind of what this one has going on off the top. But what I do notice though off that opening is a similarity to Paradise Garden. Even though they're not listing off any notes that would make us to believe that, when you do spray this one up in the air, or again, you spray it on skin or whatever, you do get kind of a green mintiness and a freshness. Paradise Garden, it has that minty green freshness and a little bit of a slightly sweet aquatic smell as well, or a watery note kind of going on. And this has that as well, which caught me off guard completely. It was kind of one of those things where I was a little bit confused, thinking, man, I was really fully expecting more of a Les Beaux Les Parfums here, but it caught me by surprise, and I'm not really complaining either. As you guys know, Les Beaux Paradise Garden is one of the more popular scents right now, not only from the lineup, but just in general, men's fragrances. We do move pretty fast, you know, so Flower Edition came out, and we're already having new releases from other brands and stuff that are coming out all the time, but still, a Paradise Garden is one that people are still after and really enjoying. And so the fact that you get some of that out of this is pretty cool. What I do notice though is as this one starts to die down and work its way into the Drydown, some of the Paradise Garden artifacts start to settle down a little bit, and it leans more into the Les Beaux Les Parfums territory. Still getting that Paradise Garden smell, some of that freshness, the green notes and what have you, but you are getting a little bit more of somewhat of an even balance, I would say. I don't know, it's about 50-50 is what I would say in the Drydown. This style of scent is becoming pretty popular as we continue to get into sweeter and sweeter fragrances for men. You know, this is something that is becoming pretty common. 5 years ago, you wouldn't really view this as a summer scent. It just, at least not to the level that we view it now, but it's just becoming more and more common. What I am impressed with about this one though is the quality. And at this point, pretty much all of the major cologne brands exhibit really good quality. Very rarely do you come across one that is cheap smelling or just bad in terms of quality. So, you know, I guess that's kind of almost a given at this point, but it still is crazy to me at just how good these smell, not even just in terms of accuracy, but just in terms of ingredient quality for the price point. This one in particular, if I didn't say it, is going for right at $40 right now. So again, it's not a $25 to $30 clone, about $40 range. It's still reasonable, and it's still less than half the price of Paradise Garden itself, which is going for well over $100 at this point. $120, $125. Sometimes you can get it for $110, and testers for a bit less, whatever. You're still saving money here. You can buy 2 of these for the price of 1 Paradise Garden. So for people who are wanting to stretch their dollar a little bit further in this hobby, this is an option for you. So this one is an eau de parfum concentration, and it does have wonderful performance, that's great. I was nervous about this. I didn't have any reason to expect it to not perform good, but that's always kind of a hit or miss, kind of a make it or break it type of thing when it comes down to selecting a clone. If it doesn't perform good, a lot of people might be in the boat of they'll just pay the extra money that it takes to get the actual scent, the Paradise Garden or Les Beaux Les Parfums, in order to get that good performance that people rave about, because it's no secret that Paradise Garden and Les Beaux Les Parfums both have exceptional performance. And so this one does hold its own, and that is great to see. It's an 8-9 hour longevity scent with really strong projection. This one pushes out a lot, and it could have the ability to kind of get a little bit annoying if you're wearing it when it's really, really hot outside, because even just a couple of sprays is filling up a room. I know when I was first wearing this one, I was pretty taken back by how much it was pushing out and how long it would linger. And then even just before shooting this video, I was down here, I did a couple extra sprays off camera, just kind of revisiting the scent before I shot this video. And I mean, this whole entire room smells like Les Beaux Les Parfums Paradise Garden. So that is pretty impressive, and I haven't sprayed a ton of it down here. Just kind of looping back, the best way to describe this one is it kind of takes the fresh top notes of Paradise Garden, so some of that green mintiness and that watery note, and then it takes some of the sweeter, heavier base notes and Drydown components of Les Beaux Les Parfums and combines them into one. That's kind of how I look at it. So you can argue that you're essentially kind of getting the best of both worlds with this one right here. Maison Asrar Wadi. I'm always struggling with that name, Asrar. And what's kind of cool too is this bottle. They do have some funky looking bottles, and this one is as well. Kind of has this engraving that's been just cut into the bottle, almost like it's a rock or something with something that's kind of eroded out of it. I don't know. That is kind of cool looking. If the performance didn't check out on this one, that would definitely dock some points. But again, it does. The quality is exceptional for the price point. Everything about this one, to me, gets a thumbs up. So if you were looking for something that is very similar to Paradise Garden with some Les Beaux Les Parfums sprinkled in as well, definitely give this one a try. I will drop a link to it down below if you want to pick it up. Again, around $40 right now. It is 100 ml. It is an eau de parfum concentration. And I don't know, I just really like how this one comes across. So let me know down below if you've tried this one yet. What do you think? If you haven't, are you going to? Also, How Tropical is out, and my bottle is on its way. That is alluded to be yet another Paradise Garden clone. So I'll probably do a video on that one as well when I do get it, and then we can kind of put them head to head and see which one is better. From what I've seen online, I think Tropical is going to be more just Paradise Garden focused on its own, whereas again, to me, this one has some bits and pieces of Les Beaux Les Parfums sprinkled in as well. So I guess we'll find out, and I'll update you that as well. I've got a mailing list you can sign up to by clicking the link down below. I post deals and rare fragrances there every day, and you can also get that stuff over on my community tab here on YouTube as well. If you made it to the end of the video, in a week from yesterday, I will be giving away 65 fragrances. Yes, a bundle of 65 new in-box fragrances. I'm going to have a link in the description as well where you can go to that page and read on how to enter. You can enter for free, okay? And then you can also purchase additional entries as well if you want to greaten your chances of being able to take home that prize. So not everybody watched to the end, but those of you who have, just giving you a little update. That'll be dropping on August 15th, and you can have your chance to win 65 fragrances. It's valued at over $7,000, and if you win, that prize is yours to do with whatever you want. Keep them, sell them, whatever. So those who know, now you know. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you tomorrow with another one. Take care.